Good morning. I'm Crystal with Whole New Perspective. Welcome to my channel. You can see steam coming up. This means I'm getting ready to do some canning. Yes, I'm going to be water bath canning. I purchased, I think it was a bushel or a half bushel of cucumbers from my farmer's market. I'll put a clip in there and show you those cucumbers. I bought these 2 baskets of cucumbers from my local farmer's market. They cost $15 for both of them, so all in $15. And I also had several more that we've eaten. I'm gonna go ahead and make pickles out of these. I'll bring you back and I'll show you my process. Now I'm going to be pickling them, and some of them, I think what I want to do is to go ahead and ferment them. So I'm going to show you the different varieties of what I'm doing. But first, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so and click the subscribe button down below. Now, I'm going to be canning on a hot plate. This is my new one. I actually have 2 now. I got this one as a backup because I really love using this during my canning season. Now, I have a smooth top range, a smooth top stove, and I can or preserve through the water bath method for sure on my smooth top. Now, I worked with I called the manufacturer, customer service, and we went through the guide, he went through the guide to see if we could pressure can, but we couldn't find anything about pressure canning. Now we did find that we could water bath, but it holds up to 70 pounds. So even if it would have, I don't think even if it would have said that as my last ones, I was able to, I never did pressure can on it. I'm just not willing to take that chance, especially when I have an alternative. Now, I was going to run both of these to do my pickles, but there's no reason to. They really are a pretty quick processing time. But if I find that I need to, I'll just run both of them. Now, I do run them both when I'm canning meats and when I have a lot of things to can. And I'm going to be canning some corn as well, so I may go ahead and use it for the corn. We'll see if I use both of them. It makes it a lot quicker, especially when it just makes it a lot quicker. So listen guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on with this process. I'll show you what I've done so far, and then we'll come back once I get this packed. I'm just using the rounds right now, and I'm gonna make a sweet pickle with those. I do want to go ahead and tell you more about this. This is the Cadco, and I've been using the original one for, I believe it was since 2010, 2011, and it still works perfectly fine. But you know, I decided I better get another one, and that's what this is. This is a new one, identical. Now I'll go ahead and put this down below in the link. I'll put this in the link as well as the books that I'll be using. Now, I'm gonna be using this particular ball book for the sweet pickles. You all know that I like using ball canning book. It's the book that I started canning with. And so this particular one is the book that I'll use the recipe for the sweet pickles. And once we get to that, I'll go ahead and share that with you. But I just wanted to let you know that this is the one I'll be using. So come along with me, guys. I'm going to show you how I'm making these pickles, okay? So I'm going to be using the sweet cucumber pickles recipe in this book, page 76. It yields about 5 pint jars, but remember to have more than it says it yields, okay? 3 pounds of brined cucumbers. I've already done that, and I will show you that step. 3½ cups of sugar, 1/4 vinegar, 2 sticks of cinnamon, a tablespoon of slivered ginger, 1 tablespoon of whole cloves, and a tablespoon of whole mace. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going on the stove. This is already going. My jars are already sterilized. So when you're water bath canning, you do want to make sure that your jars are sterilized. So they're already sterilizing. They're sterilized in my dishwasher. What I like to do is go ahead and put them in my water so that they're not dry and won't crack once I get everything else going. So I'm gonna take care of that. And I'm also gonna go ahead and get this brine going, okay? These have soaked overnight in a salt water brine, and so now all I'm going to do is just rinse it off and go ahead and get my brine going for it. So this is my brine. I couldn't find my spice bag, so I just tied this cheesecloth together, but I think I may end up just taking it out. We'll see. But this is what it looks like. I did go ahead and just put some regular pickling spices in here too. Give it a lot of flavor, not just sweet. And I didn't have any mace, and I didn't have whole nutmeg, but I had whole allspice. So I went ahead and just added allspice. My vinegar, I went ahead and used a 50-50, 50% white distilled and 50% apple cider vinegar. It just needed to be 5% acidity, and both of them are. So whatever vinegar flavor you like, just select it, as long as it's 5% acidic. I did use different spices in it, but that's one of the reasons it's very important for you to go ahead and follow the recipes. And sometimes we may not show you everything, or we may accidentally leave out a step. I'm good to do that sometimes, so I want to make sure that you go back to the book. Now, I added more spices. The spices that I added are also in a sweet pickle, but it does not change the chemistry of the actual sweet pickle. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I've already have them, I already have the containers or the jars full. I've packed them into the jars. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put the liquid in. Now I've already wiped them down with my vinegar. And you want to make sure you wipe the rims really good to get everything off. You don't want any residue, any sweet, sticky, anything on there, because it could affect the seal. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8 jars, 8 pints, and I'm excited about this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get them in my canner, and I'm gonna process them for 10 minutes. This is what they look like. I'm getting ready to put it in the canner. Now remember, these are the white pickles. White cucumbers, I should say. Now, this is my very first time canning with these. The folks at the farmer's market, they really wanted me to try these. They said that a lot of people were coming in saying that they had great success and they liked the way they tasted. More milder taste than the green ones. They taste okay. You know, I still prefer the green, but I did want to go ahead and try these in a pickle. So this is my chance to do that. I'm putting all eight. All 8 will fit down in this canner. This is actually my ball canner, and I'll list this down below as well. You want to make sure that your water is at least an inch above, and I'll show you that as well. So that's it down in there. The water is over an inch. So it processes for 15 minutes, not 10. So let it process for 15 minutes. I cut the heat off, took the lid off, and now I wait for 5 minutes before I take the jars out. So this is it. I'm just going to let them sit overnight. And then once they sit overnight, just check them to see if they've sealed. Take the screw bands off, wash them, and they're good to go. Okay, it is the next day. And this is what I have. I've already removed the lids, but I have not washed it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just show you this. You hear that sound? That just lets us know that everything did seal. So if it had not sealed, you'd hear more of a thump. It wouldn't be like that. It would be more of a thump sound. I'm going to just go ahead and get them washed up, labeled, dated. So I have 8 sweet pickles to add to my canning shelf. So I am jarring it up in 2023. This is hashtag Jarred Up 2023 challenge. And so if you would like to participate, all you'll need to do is jar something up, put in the hashtag Jarred Up 2023, and please tag me in it so I know that you have jarred something up. This is the season to be jarring things up. It is for me. And so you will see me jarring more things up. I have had a very busy weekend doing that, but I just need time to edit everything, and you will be able to see the different things that I am jarring up. Now I'm trying to do some things differently this year so that I can utilize it differently. And it's gonna be exciting. I'm excited. And then I can bring you back as I make these things. So I'm looking forward to it. Again, hashtag Jarred Up 2023. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And guys, give this video the thumbs up. I would love to know what you are canning this year. So leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for joining me.